word today is overextending yourself does not make people value you more. It makes you a doormat and easily used. This quote came down my timeline the day before the full moon and all hell broke loose in my reality, right? And I began, the first thing before I began having an inquisitive mind about what the hell is really going on here, I dove into myself and attempted to hold myself accountable, because that's the only way that we can grow as individuals on this plane. We have to say, I'm not always right. Now with tarot, bitch, I'm always right. You know? But when it comes to personal connections with people and relations, I get that shit wrong sometimes. And in this case, I had to find where I went wrong. And I have a tendency to place people on a pedestal that they don't deserve to be on. At first, it was definitely rooted in feeling unworthy, and now I feel like it is a trend that needed to be nipped in the bud before I ascend to the next level. When you enter my reality, I make you feel better than anyone. I overcompensate you for minuscule tasks that somebody would do for 1/4 the price. I make myself available with time and energy. I fly your ass to Hawaii. I will take you to the islands to parasail. I will assist you with magic and fixing yourself. And I'm administering energy, or the value that I place in you loving me, here, when normal people operate here. I want you guys to see this visual, okay? When you come in like this and they're coming in like this, they feel like this is normal. And I now realize that is the furthest thing from normal. Every single time, in every single connection that has self-destructed in the midst of me becoming more successful as an entertainer, that is the common thread. I provide more to the relation than I'm being given, and that does not mean money. That can be time, energy, compassion, availability. I would stop appointments to answer my homegirl's call because I knew she was in duress. No more. I'll bend for you. I'll break for you. I'll reschedule for you. I will overcompensate. I will pay your bills. And when this starts to go down, and this is the normal, the law of equal exchange says that you're going below the normal when you should have just stayed right here. And that's what I expect from the connections that I create. So, when they start going lower and I'm still above normal, in their mind, because I set it up this way, they feel like I've done something wrong. When really and truly, you weren't matching me from the beginning, and I set the archetype for the unbalance in the relationship. When it goes down, it's because I'm valuing myself more than I'm valuing someone else that I care about, right? So, when they go down, what does that feel like? That's like, oh, Bootz has changed. Oh, Bootz needs to be held down. Oh, I need to make Bootz feel like shit so that he can maintain what he's doing for me. You feel like the energy that I introduced you to is in jeopardy. And instead of checking yourself, you check the source of the energy. And I don't deserve that. And thank you in the comment section for correcting people. Somebody wants to know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about 12 people that has fallen off since I bought this house. And the house is a vivid representation of what I can provide to others that are close to me. And on a minuscule level, before I had this, I was still doing that, just not on the level that I can operate now. This is not specified to one person, even though here recently I was hurt and I got dawned upon the realization of where I was going wrong. Okay. I do feel like being adopted has a huge part in that. I think that me reaching to be loved and boosting people up and paying them what they're worth. If you sit up here and do my hair for 12 hours, how dare you only charge $250? Yes, I'm talking about you. I am going to give you $1,000 because that's what you deserve. But that's not how the world operates. So therefore, you feel like I'm overdoing it, where in my mind, I'm being normal. It has happened with my nail technicians. It has happened with friendships. It's happened in relationships. And that's a whole nother layer that we're going to have to get to later. Okay? It's me. Beyonce said, don't hurt yourself.
Beyonce. You know who you really look like? You look like Luther Vandross.
And I indeed was setting the field to be hurt. And then people do what people do. Unenlightened individuals are very self-gratifying. They will hurt you to feed their face. They will hurt you to advance. They will hurt you to get ahead. And I'm not saying that happened recently. I'm just, that's the nature of man. And I'm a God in man form, and I've held humans at God's standard. No more. How dare you fix your mouth, foul negress. To call me anything other than someone who has changed your life, you will pay. And you all will. And something else Beyonce said, the best revenge is your paper. I disagree with that. The best revenge is you suffering. Because that's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about accountability. And where I go wrong is that I overdo it in relations, whether it's platonic or romantic. And when that happens, the scales of the relationship are obscured. How do you fix that? You first have to recognize it. And I'm so grateful for this experience because I indeed recognize it. And if I'm going to continue to be the boss that you see here today.
If you want to know what a motherfucking boss looks like, bitch, you looking at one. A bitch that handles big business.
I can't operate like that. I want to give a special shout out to Kaylani, Ari, Lennox, T.S. Madison, Erica Badu. I want to give a special shout out to T-Pain, Little Uzi Vert, Brandy. I want to give a special shout out to Ray J. Everybody said I can say their name. Ray J. I want to give a special shout out to Selena Gomez. I want to give a special shout out to Ariana Grande. I want to give a special shout out to, am I missing anybody? Who else did I call and answer? They answered. Jill Scott, she answered. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And every last one of them said, this is a part of the game. I'm in the room, baby. I forgot. Solange Knowles, shout out to you too. All of these my clients? Yes, indeed, they are. Yes, indeed, they are. And you'll never hear them speak my name. But I'm breaking my NDA because they said that I can shout them out on the show. So I'm shouting you out now. Every one of your stories is so similar to what I'm experiencing right now that it's uncanny. So I honestly feel like, first, when you want fame, when you want success, Study my journey and understand what that comes with. Because I'm giving you a cheat sheet. My life is a cheat sheet to get in there, right? Optimistic Scorpio. From the hospital bed, she called me every single day. Everything. Juju, my dealer. I thought she was gonna send me a care package of weed, bitch, but she gave me something much more. She gave me compassion and personal time. Through all of that, I'm able to appear to you tonight, makeup done, shoulders out, and they're not drooping like teardrops like Maya Angelou said in our Phoenix Spill. They're broad, they're bold. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm alone. But look around. Not really. Lesson number 1. Overextension is dead. To get to the yoke of your spirit where you do operate here, you must be protected. And that is where your dark side comes in. You know, the side that says, oh, don't be too mean. Oh, don't be a bitch. Oh, don't be used. Oh, don't. That side has been silenced. Well, bitch, I shall bracion. Moving forward, hopefully in your reality, you set parameters, not because of attraction. Attraction and good vibrations is not the test to see if they can get the yoke of your spirit any longer. It's time. It's consistency. It's loyalty. It's trustworthiness. It's helpfulness. It's friendliness. It's courteousness. It's kindness. It's obedience. It's truthfulness. It's thriftiness. It's bravery. It's the Boy Scout motto. Yeah. This nigga bitch was a Boy Scout. And it's so funny how that motto is a pathway to equally yoked connections. Adhere to your mother today.